Minister, on the 17th of February last, St Michael's Estate regeneration contract was stopped by Dublin City Council with BAM contractors. BAM were awarded this contract in late 2010 to construct phase 1 of the regeneration of St Michael's. The decision by Dublin City Council to terminate or to put in place a moratorium due to serious concerns over health and safety is one that's difficult to understand. Why was it, what was the reasons for this? Was it due to construction? Was it some work practices? Or was the issues financial? 75 units were to be built there, a childcare facility and an estate office. 15 years of regeneration and promises and constant fighting by residents. Now we have 11 acres of wasteland and 2 acres of a ghost estate. Mediation is needed urgently to sort this out between Dublin City Council, the City Manager, the councillors and BAM, and if necessary from you, Minister, and your department to intervene to try and sort this out. Residents have been left in the lurch with more and more delays, and the worst thing anyone could ever do is have to move home or to wait for a new home to be ready. And many people have put their possessions in different areas in storage, waiting for their homes to be built. And they've been in temporary accommodation. So we are not talking, we are in human terms, we were talking about hundreds of people. There might have been 75 units in the first phase, but we are actually talking about hundreds of men, women and children left in the lurch on the false pretense that this would, well, in the hope that this would have proceeded and would have been built very, very shortly in the near future. So I do think we need to give these people hope and certainty that something is going to happen, that we're not going to be delayed, and I'm urging you, Minister, if necessary, to intervene.
Thanks very much, Deputy Ellis. Minister.
I'd like to thank Deputy Colin Ellis for raising this very important matter. It gives me the opportunity to once again confirm the Government's commitment to the regeneration of the most disadvantaged areas of our cities and towns. Despite the financial climate, we want to see real and meaningful progress made on regeneration. Capital investment in relation to regeneration will be prioritised by Minister Sullivan. Regeneration is not all about maps, plans, structures or budgets. It's about people and communities and working to make these into places where people want to live and work and do so happily and securely. We recognise the regeneration process has not always been easy. This is particularly true of St Michael's Estate project. Up to 2008, Dublin City Council progressed the regeneration project under the public-private partnership arrangements. There's no need for me to explain the background or the reasons why the PPP outcome for St Michael's Estate and other locations failed to materialise. With the encouragement of the Department, Dublin City Council established a multidisciplinary special housing task force with the objective of developing and implementing alternate options. The task force initial strategy for the phased development of 3 estates, including St Michael's, was adopted by the City Council in December 2008. In 2010, the Department approved €5.8 million for the social housing element of the first phase of the regeneration, which included 75 new housing units. I understand the contractor started on site in November 2010 with a projected 104-week time frame. The building works contract entered into in this case is between the employer, Dublin City Council, and the selected contractor, BAM Builders Limited. New forms of construction contracts for public works were introduced by the Department of Finance in 2007. These contracts apply to all housing projects, including St Michael's, and contain specific conditions relating to contract performance, dispute resolution procedures and contract terminations. The contractor is responsible for carrying out the works in accordance with the terms of the contract and that the works are constructed to be safe and without risk. The employer's representative may, in accordance with the terms of the contract, issue instructions to the contractor on any matter connected to the works, and the contractor shall comply with any such instruction. I understand the City Council issued instructions to the contractor regarding pressing on-site health and safety concerns. The Department has been advised that a notice to terminate the contract was served on the contractor on the 15th of February for alleged non-compliance with instructions issued. I also understand this decision was taken by the City Council following the completion of a comprehensive risk assessment undertaken in response to health and safety concerns. on the site. The City Council has advised further that following the serving of the notice to terminate the contract, the contractor asked for a stay of 10 days before a final determination. I understand the City Council acceded to this request, and the legal and technical reps from both sides are currently involved in negotiations around the issue, which addresses, I think, hopefully the point that the deputies are making as regards trying to sort the issue out now. The Department of the Environment is not a party to the contract, and given that discussions are ongoing between the relevant parties, we await the outcome of these discussions and hope that we can progress this project to completion as quickly as possible.
Minister, I think it's important that a message goes out that things are solvable and that we come up with a solution. And I've heard what you said in regards that there are negotiations taking place. There are some signs that negotiations are taking place. But in the event of failure with those negotiations or reaching a point where people could go no further, I do hope that you yourself and your department will be available to help in any way. I think it is very important. It is a huge issue. It's been an issue for many years in St. Michael's. This is a prime site in a prime location. These families want to be relocated in the area that they live in, amongst their own families and friends, and all the facilities and all the accessories that they've had over the years, whether it's schools, hospitals and health centres. So I just urge you, Minister, the cost in human terms here is huge. So I think taking on board everything that we have said, I just hope that you will intervene if there is a problem.